Okay, Aries, so we're going to do your spiritual messages. Now, this is going to involve your family, friends, past life, childhood issues, things like of that nature, and just self, some things that you are going to get confirmation on. And if you don't, then it's not for you. I don't believe in a certain one thing. I believe a little bit of everything because everything has the truth in it, or else how could the lie start? So we're going to use various things from the Bible to dice, to numerology, to cards, to intuition, to common sense. What does your mind want to tell you? Okay, so whatever you're worrying about in excess, it's time to start the beginning process of ending that cycle of the war in your mind. It's like your left side, somebody could be left-handed. It's like your left side arguing with your right side. It's like not your heart communicating with your mind, but two sides of your brain arguing back and forth. So there's a lot of overthinking, there's a lot of self-doubt, there's a lot of self-hatred in your image, how you think of yourself. So you start thinking like that of others. The minute you see something that you don't quite like, even if you don't know anything about it, you just assume you don't. It's like you start having negative thoughts about whoever, about that person as well that aren't true. So your mind is doing so much back and forth. There's so much self-doubt. And there's no, you're not standing on nothing here mentally. You know what I mean? Give me something for Aries' mind. So if you ever experience things where some of you guys could be clairaudient, so you could be thinking you hear things, or you could sometimes you pick up conversations or pieces of words, pieces of conversations through the wind, or when something significant, when you hear air, when you hear air or wind, you're not tripping. You're not tripping at all. That's your mind, the divine, whoever you believe in, trying to communicate with you. So when you get those moments where you're hearing the air, the wind, or like pieces of conversations, voices getting cut off in the distance, in the wind, there's a need for you to meditate so you could bring some calmness to your mind. And you can't trust everything that's in your mind. You can't believe every thought you think, because we've been programmed. First of all, wake up, we miss you. So there's a need for you to get in touch with your intuition, which is not even in your mind, it's down here. Okay? For you to know that your mind is, which side of your mind is right, because there's an ongoing battle in your mind. Aries mind, spiritual messages. Yeah, burdened. But it seems like you're burdened due to a lot of negativity you could have put out, a lot of burdens you could have put out on people, or you feel that you were a burden when you probably weren't. But even if you were, your mind is weighed down. Yeah, there's a lot of illusions and delusions, and you're not quite sure. You're not quite sure how to use discernment, or you don't have discernment enough, or you second guess your discernment and your decisions. So then you become illusional and delusional when it comes to the matters of love, your emotions. Your emotions they're all over the place. They're delusional because your mind is not trusting itself. You understand? So there's a blockage here. A blockage in your foresight.
Here you go.
And your ability to make good decisions. in order to have a passionate new beginning with self, with others, because there's a lot of ego and pride. There's a lot of ego and pride that are covering up a lot of self-doubt and a lot of self-limiting, self-hating beliefs. Someone's name could be Ezekiel, don't have to be. What's going on with Aries' heart? So what's going on with your heart is it's also under delusions, and it's just dark and confused. I feel like you either go all in with your, I feel like you have one thought, and then you kind of debunk it, and then you kind of go against it. Like you think the right thing, or you make the right decision, and then you doubt yourself, you second guess yourself, and then you have this emotional reaction from your heart. Your heart makes you have this emotional reaction because it's so confused. Like, well, which way do I go? Who do I shoot? Who is it that I'm getting? You know what I mean? Like, fuck, and it's just a big ass explosion. So there's a need for you to go ahead and sit your ass down and communicate with yourself. There's some things from your childhood, from your past coming up in here that's making it hard for you to connect emotionally to your heart and for you to see things for what they really are, because you're too worried about things of the past that hurt you, that didn't go right. Somebody could have been abused sexually. Okay, someone's acting like this didn't happen. Somebody could have did something strange for some change when they were younger, or they're, someone did something like that to them. So this is making you have a lot of no love for a lot of situations. You need to go ahead and deal with that inner child there. A mother could have been involved as well. Someone's mom could have been touching on them, or a Taurus energy here, did some weird shit. Or church. Someone took a risk on you when you were younger, and that has completely just like disconnected common sense from your heart. So you have explosive energy, and it's strong too. Let me get something for the heart. My house should be called the house of prayer, and you guys made it the dens of thieves. So you were meant to be, you are somebody who is divine, who is chosen, who has a very important mission, but it seems like that was covered up, taken away from you, stolen from you, stomped out of you, abused out of you, misused out of you. So now you're like, fuck it. If I can't beat them, join them. So you want some of that in your heart, okay? Let's see your body. What's your body telling you? 444. Some of you guys need to go check in with your health here. For if our heart condemns us, God is greater than our heart and knows all. Whoa. God is greater than your heart and knows all. But you need them together, right? But let's see about your body. For strength and not in drunkenness. Blessed are you, O Lord, when your king is son of nobles, and your princes feast at proper time, for strength and not for drunkenness. So is it need for you to consume things for your strength? Eat better, okay? Eat different. Stop consuming so much alcohol. Put intentions on what you eat, when you're eating, when you're cooking, when you're ordering. Okay, if you're getting drunk, don't use it as liquid courage to... Someone's destroying their body with alcohol here. It's like you're punishing yourself. You're taking vengeance upon yourself, like physically. So your physical actions are mirroring this big ass disconnect from your mind to your heart, which is making you kind of heartless and making you very cutthroat, but you're punishing yourself for it. So deep down somewhere, you know what's right and what's wrong. You just need to clear that up a little bit. You need to go revisit that childhood incident and do with it what you need to. Pray, kill, steal, I don't fucking know, but take care of that shit. This is be a message.